Welcome back, 2025. Here we come. I'll have another, video sort of outlining some vision and vision future for 2025 and no code UI. But before I launch that one, I guess I'm going to try to do this this FF tips video. I'll try to make it as short as possible. Um, but what I want to do is I did a small sort of like coffee notes wrapped, very similar to the activity chart or heat map that you saw on FF Wrapped for your projects. I wanted to show you how you can do that in FlutterFlow. Now, I have been sort of conversing with Puff from FlutterFlow. This may be a good option. I thought this was going to be a pretty terrible option because it's going to cost you a lot of reads. It's still going to cost you a lot of reads. Okay, I just, possibly there's a better way to do this. I don't know. If you have a better way, please let me know. But I want to show you how you can actually create a heat map, and this is what I mean by that. On my profile page here, I have a heat map. Here you go. Right, we have days. This is today. These are days I've brewed. Obviously, this is 2025. This is the first week, so this will fill out. If you saw my post on Twitter, it was pretty filled out for my 2024, but super cool. I'll just show you what I've done, and we'll talk about optimization and stuff like that. So first, you need two things in order for this to happen, okay? One, you need a query, right? You need a query that has a date time as a creation date, right? So like here on my coffee notes, I have a timestamp. Dude, this was my very first collection that I created ever in FlutterFlow, okay? That's how old this FlutterFlow project is. I've been working on it in a while. This was the first FlutterFlow app on the App Store that I know of. So please don't judge my naming structures. I've gotten cleaner as I've gone on. But yeah, timestamp. And that's when it was created. That's good. And then I have this grid view. Now this grid view, it is going to be dynamically fed from a custom function. Okay, very simple custom function. I created it in FF Copilot. Very simple to do. But I'll show you what I'm doing. And what this grid view has 7 cross access, right? And it's a horizontal grid view. So there's going to be 7 containers down, which is a week. And there's going to be 52 across, obviously. The custom function that I'm using is this get current year. Okay, pretty simple. You can just say calculate the current year and return in a list of date times from the current date. All I'm doing is taking in the current time, right? And I just did FF Copilot. This was my prompt, and this is what it returned. Okay, pretty simple. It's going to return a list of date times, and that is how we're going to get our grid view here. So as you can see, Friday, January 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Nice. And here I have, 2nd, 3rd. I didn't brew on the 4th. On the 5th, I did. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead. And then I have a query here. So this is my coffees query. And I'm doing, timestamp, decreasing, coffee notes, filter to me. I'm just doing my coffees. So let's show you what I did here. This is just a simple container. Now I did wrap it in a tooltip, which gives me that really beautiful, here, let's see where, tooltip, wrapped it in a tooltip. My tooltip is custom, so I have the ability to feed in a custom component to my tooltip. Thank you, FlutterFlow, you guys did great. But all I'm doing here is changing the opacity based off the number of coffee notes brewed on the date specified in the grid. Okay, what do I mean by that? All right, as you can see, I'm changing the opacity, 0.75 if 1 coffee was brewed, 1 if more than 2 were brewed, 0.9 if it's the current date. We could probably remove this and just like change the color possibly if it's the current date. And then if no matches, if nothing was brewed on that date, then it's going to be 0.5, okay? We could also do another one for like future dates, right? If you wanted future dates to be even more transparent, so like maybe 0.25 or something like that, you could do that. But this doesn't really help you because I want to show you what I've done here. So what we're doing is we're getting a list, okay? We're filtering a list of coffee notes documents. Okay, so on this container, we're basically saying, hey, this is a condition. The condition is number of coffee notes documents. We're filtering. The filter condition is timestamp YMD equal to the current year item, right? YMD. Okay, now we did the YMD because we want that to match. We don't want the exact time to match. I don't want to, the entire timestamp to match. I just want the date time format of 1/7/2025 to match. Okay, perfect. And I did that because I want 2025, right? This is the current year. I don't want before. I don't want to do 1/7 because that would be 1/7 from all years from previous. So YMD, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm returning a number of items, right? We're returning the number of items that match this filter, okay? And then we're saying, hey, is that number equal to 1? If that number is equal to 1, then we're going to say, hey, it's 0.75. If that number is equal or greater to 2, right, then it's going to be 1. And if it's equal to today, right, and I just did this Tuesday, January 7th, right, then it's going to be 0.9. And then if not, it's going to be 0.5. Cool. And that is literally how you set it up. That's it. Boom. Done. That's all you got to do. Now I did a tooltip and I did the same condition, right? Custom component, did a date, current year, item, right? We're doing the coffee name and I'm doing the same conditions. Number of list items equals 1, then show the coffee name. If it's 2 or more, right, I'm going to combine text. You brewed, number of list items, coffees, and then I'm using a custom function here to get the average, right? Average rating, combine text, your average rating was custom function average rating. This average rating is just taking a list of doubles and it's saying how many doubles are there. Okay, divide the doubles by the total number of doubles in the list, and then you get your average, right? And so that's what it's returning. It's just returning that average. And as you can see in production app, right? I've brewed 1 coffee here. I brewed 2 coffees, right? 2 coffees, average rating 5.5. So probably I brewed a 5 and a 6. Pretty cool. That is how you do a heat map in FlutterFlow. I think one word of warning, right? Obviously, I think this filter up here really matters. So I'm doing 200. I'm eliminating this at 200 documents for myself. Again, you don't necessarily need to, but I'm limiting it at 200. And I would even further do it. Like I would probably change this. This doesn't need to be 200 documents. So I'd probably do a query here for maybe the last 20 documents. And then I'd do a query here for documents that, are from this year, right? Greater than or equal to this year. So yeah, I hope this works. I hope you have fun trying to implement this. And I would love to see what you guys come up with.